Hey guys, it's me, Gimpy, and I'm back with a little more Heroes of the Nam for you. I was still working on my little project, but I'm held up right now, taking and waiting on a few extra supplies to come in so I can take and finish it. So I had time to take and get in another turn here on Heroes of Nam, so we're going to crack at this. This is going to be turn 5. Before I get started, like always, a couple of announcements. Make sure you take and enter for the chance to win Fields of Fire by GMT 2nd edition. Got a brand new copy that I am giving away. All you have to do is subscribe and comment on the giveaway video for your chance to win. I'll be doing the drawing on that last day, second last day of the month, something around there. And I'll take and post up a video announcing the winner at that point. Now, I did have a question that was asked to me about my ink, because you guys, can see it in all the videos when I'm taking and reaching out and fiddling with the counters, and people were asking the story behind it. This one is actually the Humvee I was in. My brother took a picture. I don't remember if I told this story specifically in one of my previous videos, but I'll touch on it real quick. My brother took the picture of the Humvee I was in after it got blown up. I'll actually take and throw the picture on screen so you guys can see it. And below that I have that biblical saying, though I walked through the valley of the shadow of death, except mine says, though I drove through the valley of the shadow of death. So, cool tattoo. I really like it. A guy named Mark did it for me. He does excellent work. He's actually done all but one of my tattoos. I even have a little ring tattoo that my wife and I got on our 2nd anniversary. That way I don't have to wear my wedding ring if I don't want to, but I wear it anyway. But I like it, it shows people, who I am. I'll tell you what, when I was thinking about it, I remembered one instance that my wife had when she was out at a party, because I was thinking about the fact that there are phonies out there, the whole stolen honor thing, where these jackasses will pretend to be in the military or pretend to be these seriously badass, high-speed, low-drag combat veterans and all this type shit. There's a real great guy, Don Shipley. He does phony Navy SEALs. He's caught some other guys, but generally, he was a SEAL, so he focuses on those guys because, of course, the SEALs are one of the primary groups that gets frauded, and he has a list of all the SEALs, and he calls them out. He's got a YouTube channel, Buds131. If you haven't checked him out, definitely check him out. The guy's hilarious, calling out these phonies. He's got, for a while there, he was doing phony Navy SEAL of the week, but now he's actually got his own website where he's doing it. And they've actually gone after some of these people in person, like actually flown out to where they're at and then question them and get onto them, because some of these guys were going hardcore at it. My wife had one instance where she was at a party with some friends of hers, and this guy was trying to hit on some of the girls there, acting like he was this badass military vet. And most of you guys know, like, if you're in the military and if you've actually been in the shit, you're not going around boasting about it all the time. You're not going around talking about, oh, I did this and I was Rambo, and the guy's trying to act like he's the baddest guy that ever walked the planet. But being that I was in the Marines, she knew enough about the Marines to know that a lot of the stuff he was saying wasn't adding up, and she was actually listening to him for a little while as he's trying to talk up this girl to try to get in her skirt, and ended up not working out too well for him. I forget what base he claimed he was at. He was claiming Seymour Johnson or something. It was a military base in the area, and he was trying to say he was at that, but I think it was an actual Air Force base that he was trying to say he was stationed at. I can't remember which one it was specifically, but my wife called him out on it. It was like, that's not a Marine base. Well, I was on a special assignment there, secret assignment. And she's like, what secret assignment would, the Marines have at an Air Force base? They still be at a Marine base, and Marine bases are, called camps, like Camp Lejeune, stuff like that. And the guy just had no idea what he was talking about. And if a civilian wife is going to know more than you do when it comes to the Marines, like our sayings and stuff about us, like Marines, we plaster our shit over everything. I've got Eagle Globe and anchors all across the house. It's what we do. It's just ingrained in you. And because of that, she knew so much more than this guy did, and she just burned him. The girl just turned and walked off from him, called him scum for what he was. He ended up leaving the party. It just drives me nuts when people do shit like that, because they steal from those of us who've actually done it, you know. And you don't have to be this badass Rambo type to be an honorable service member. I mean, you serve your country in any capacity. You've served your country. You should be proud of that, you know, instead of trying to blow smoke up people's asses. All right, enough gimpy rambling. Let's take and get started here. We're going to take and continue. Like I said, turn 5 is what we're getting ready to get into, and we're still trying to push into the village. One of the things I know I'm going to do is button up my tanks. I'm going to go ahead and throw these on here so I remember to do it, because I don't want the tanks being subjected to small arms fire and potentially being shaken. So this way they're invulnerable to small arms, but they're not invulnerable to obviously penetrating weapons. And that mortar back over there is still the biggest thing that's scaring me. Plus, any of these squads can still take them out, because something you don't see a whole lot in my games is melee and close assaults, just because I don't like doing that as much. I like shooting, you know, at things. But a tank, if it gets up close to one of these enemy squads, they can perform a close assault and run into the hex, you know, and try to get on top of it. Basically, it's simulating you're jumping on top of the tank and trying to fire through the slits and throw grenades down the hatch, stuff like that. And if you're buttoned, you're still not immune against close assault, and you're not immune to indirect fire, whether it's on board or off board. But it does make my tanks immune, at least to small arms, which is primarily what I'm facing at this point. I'm thinking that I can take and kind of leave this tank here, because my biggest problem right now is the fact that this guy over here still isn't shaken. He has a line of sight over here, so I can hit him with the tank, but he's still covering this road, this danger road that I have to get across. I have to get into this building, at least a couple of squads, so I can start laying down fire into the rest of the village, and, you know, get some victory points, you know, for killing these SOBs. With this guy being shaken and no leader here to take and revive him, he's going to have to fall back to the medic to try to get rallied up, or the other leader over here, or this leader. So I'm not worried about him at the moment. So I'm thinking if I take this tank, you know, he's buttoned, and I just pull him one square forward, then I've got this guy covered. I can have an assault move to here, have him pointing here. That way, if this group, this squad, tries to fire on my guys moving forward, they're going to take fire from the tank. So it's a mutually assured destruction, but, you know, they're going to shoot anyway. And with this guy, I don't know. Do I move him up? Do I not move him up? Because I'm still under danger from this leader who has the line of sight through here. And if the tank gets up into that, they're immediately going to call in direct fire on the tank. They got to. So I have to keep him back. But if I can get him to take and level this guy over here in this building, or at minimum shake him, then that opens it up to where these guys can dip across the road. Let's see. Yeah, my squads, if they run across from here, that keeps them from line of sight from this group and this group. But these guys, if they try to dip straight across, they're going to be running across that danger zone. So I might have to try to trigger some fire again and see what I can do. Maybe I'm thinking I might just sacrifice this shaken squad here and have them move so they take fire from him and take casualties. I mean, if they take casualties, they take casualties. And maybe a half squad will survive and come back and kind of rally up. We'll have to see if they survive, but it opens them up to fire elsewhere. I only have one shaken squad that I can actually attempt to rally here. They can attempt to be rallied because they're with one of my leaders, and they'll get modifiers for the leader and for the positive terrain. So other than that, these two won't be able to rally this turn. They're both going to be trying to move back to their forces to rally up on the following turn, and we'll just have to see how that ends up playing out. You guys let me know what you think of the new lighting I'm using, by the way. I've got some new lighting that's taking and helping diffuse and not have some of the hot spots that I was having before, so I'm hoping that's going to help. All right, so let's take and see who's going to go first this round, and that's going to be me. So that works. And we'll do our rally check here. Again, I'm getting a +1 bonus, or excuse me, -1 bonus
for the leader, and then a -2 for the positive terrain. I'm the only one that has to do a rally at this point. The other two guys can't. The other two squads can't, so. And bam, 7. Normally, I would not have passed this if this guy were in open terrain. Like if it were this unit, he would not have passed the rally check, even though his morale is actually a little bit higher. But this guy, since he's getting the leadership and the terrain modifier, means he can roll an 8 or under and pass his rally check. So we got our guys rally back up here. Oh, this is the group that took casualties. Not cool. So yeah, it's only a 154 unit instead of the 254 or 264. Yeah, it's 264 that he was before with assault movement. So that sucks. Let's get these guys turned over, but at least I've got him rallied up. All right, so I'm moving first, and I am so wary of that mortar that's just hanging back there. It's going to rain hell down on me soon. I'm really getting to the point that I can't take and hold back much longer from taking that. I'm willing to bet this match is actually going to come down to a few remaining of their units and some of my units, you know, mixed into this area of the village, and just whoever caused the most casualties and has the most victory points at that point. Okay. I'm thinking I move my shaken unit back towards my lines, away from their guys, and trigger the op fire. Do I want to go ahead and move the tank first? Because if I do that, they're going to do that. Let's go ahead and move the tank first, just in case. But like I said, both tanks are now buttoned, so they can't be small armed to be shaken. But even if they got right adjacent to an enemy, which you wouldn't want to do because that opens you up to close assault, it would not spot them. My other guys on the board are going to have to do the spotting, or these guys are going to have to fire. So I'm going to go ahead and move this tank up like so. He's going to pivot as he drives around a little bit, facing that vertex. We're going to mark him with an assault move marker. That way he can take and make his fire. Now I've got fields of fire going from here up. Actually, do I have a line of fire? No, I do not have a line of fire on him. That would be going through that building. So I've only got a line of fire on him right now. Would that go towards that bunker? Let's pull that across. If I'm pulling that. Oh, it's so close, I don't know how to call it. It looks like it's going right across the tip of that thing and not going into this hex. So, yeah, I'm going to give it to him. But that means he has a line of fire on me as well. But again, I'm buttoned, so not overly worried about that machine gun, because it's a, what is it, 17 or 12 millimeter? Yeah, 12.7, which is essentially 50 cal. So he's got a line of fire on me as well, but I can take and put some fire into him. Again, he's not spotted though. I have to wait for him to fire, but at least it's good to know that I can, depending. Yeah, I definitely recommend getting the laser pointer. If you don't have one, you can get one of these for like $7 or $8. A lot of gaming stores have them because, you know, gamers use them. This is the Army Painter version of it. I use it a lot for X-Wing and started using it for lock and load because it helps a lot. Okay, so that's going to be my first move. And for their first move, I'm not even going to draw the card. I'm going to go ahead and move their shaken unit out. Well, now I should draw the card because if I run my guys in there before they do that, I can kill them. So I need to see if they're ordering their guys to do that or not. Okay, so let's see what we got. Nobody's in close range except for obviously shaken units. Look at this, knocking shit around. It wouldn't be a gimpy game if I didn't drop something. They could fire the onboard mortar, but they don't have the line of sight. Do I make a spotting attempt? Yeah, maybe I'll use this card to make a spotting attempt for them. They're still blocked off there, but they do have that. So we'll take and make a spotting attempt. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to shoot because they're out of range of small arms fire that these guys have, but I think they got an RPD. Yeah, they got an RPD, so they actually could shoot. But they could make that spotting attempt. Yep, I'm going to use this card for the spotting attempt for him since that's what it... Well, actually, what's the next one? Shaken, enemy unit closest to a player unit in 0 terrain modifier. Move towards terrain with highest terrain. Okay, I got to go with that because that's trying to protect their shaken unit. We'll wait for the onboard mortar because I know that's going to pop up at some point. But right there, the secondary order is exactly the situation we have here. It has a shaken enemy unit closest to one of my units in a Z. Oh, they're referring to him being in a 0 terrain modifier. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and give them the shaken move anyway because they're going to have to do it regardless. Which two though? If we go 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we're going to send him this way because that's going to get him the closest towards a medic that can heal him or a leader there if the leader happens to move up into the foxholes or something like that. So we'll go ahead and give them that move. We'll mark them with a moved marker. They've got their 2 little movement points. Now, going to me again. And I know what I got to do. I got to move the shaking guys. I got to take the casualties and just be done with this. Just be done with it. So, shoot me, asshole. I'm going this direction. That's my ultimate end goal, but we'll see if he's going to hit me first. 0, plus 0 for me, because open terrain. Plus 2 for them, as usual. The MVA forces are getting the green die, so we'll roll it real quick. Oh, no. Oh, no. They got a 7 versus my 4. Gives them a 3 difference. Let's take and grab out our little player aid here. Player aid card. And it is a shaken multi-main counter. Okay. Going to roll against their morale. Adding 3 to it, and their morale is a 6. So if they get to a 7, they're going to take casualties. So let's take and roll this and see what happens. Oh, yes, they took casualties, so they're going to be stopped right there. And what size unit is this? I think it's a, yep, it's 264 unit. And I'm giving those guys the lower of these. So now they've taken casualties. And then we'll throw that up there. My poor guys that got killed. Marines are dying. No, Marines don't die. We don't die, we go to hell and regroup. Everybody knows this. Alright, so let's set that out of the way. And now we will take and conduct our shot on that mofo during my impulse. Well, I could shoot with these guys. Let's see. I could fire here. These guys are out of range, so this guy has a shot. These guys have a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 6. 6 hexes away. I don't think they're in range. Nope, they're just in range. Do I think I save these guys though, and I shoot with the tank instead. Yeah, because this guy's at a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he could do that too. So I could either have this hex or this hex fire, but I think I'm going to go with a tank and have them fire onto them because they're not getting any negative penalties. And I can't. There's something I wish I could do, but I can't do it right now. And I'll tell you guys in a separate video later on why. You guys will get it after something comes out. I can't really explain it, so I'll just shut up. All right. Damn, I don't know. Well, these guys are in the best position to take and move into this building without getting killed by this stuff. So I'm going to take and, yeah, take the shot with the tank, see if we can finally get rid of him. Okay. We're going to have a 4 firepower against their what is light building? I can never remember off the top of my head what a light building is. Target modifier +3, mother freako. Hate that. Hate that. They're getting too much defense. All right, so I'm going to have firepower 4 against his target modifier 3, then a 2 against his 3, and then ordnance. So let's take and see what happens. 4 to 3. Come on, big money for me. Yeah, that's big money. That's big money. That's 9 against his 4, difference of 5. And his morale is 5, so at a minimum, asshole's getting shaken. Come on, let's take and roll a 6 for this a-hole and cause casualties in the first shot. All right, here we go. Oh! So close! Oh, I could see the 6 as it was like twirling. I'm like, give me the damn 6. All right, 5, 5, 10. It is. Oh no! Look at this shit. If it had been one more, if I had gotten the 6, they would have got casualties. But as it is, the a-holes are just shaking. Yeah, what crap. All right, second shot. Again, I'm getting a 2. They're getting a 3. My firepower, my machine gun firepower of 2. I am in range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm in range. Fire. And all right, doing pretty good. 7 versus theirs. No. There's a difference of 1. It's not that good. So 1 on it, but now they are shaken. So 1 plus their shaken. Yeah, shaken morale still the same. It is a 5. So I'm gonna need. What am I gonna need? I'm gonna need a 5 or 6. Yeah, actually, it caused casualties. So not the best of odds. And shit, 4. Okay, nothing on that one. And the last is going to be ordnance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. Okay, I am just in my best range, so that's good. I'm going to need a 10 or under to take a hit, but I'm going to be missing some modifiers. I'm not getting the vehicle open modifier that I would usually get. And I don't think any other modifiers are. Oh yeah, they're terrain modifiers, so that's a 3. I don't think I'm gonna hit this guy. Let's see. I need a 10 minus 3. I'm gonna need a 7 or under to take and hit this guy. Yep. 10 or under. Alright. Or not 10 or under, 7 or under. Let's see if we get it. No. That is not only a miss, that is a critical miss. Wow. All right. Damn. I think when you're firing at other vehicles, when you roll train tracks like that, there's like a dud. No, wait. It's when you roll a 6 when you're doing the penetration. There's like you get a dud or something like that automatically. Depending on what happens. But yeah, that didn't go as well as it could have. It started off well with the machine gun fire, doing pretty good, but then the rest of it was just garbage. Okay, so let's take and draw another card for them, see what they're going to do. Again, they've got nobody close, nothing there. No shaken move. Well, no, they got a shaken guy there, but he's already activated. Enemy unit closest to a player unit that just acted dynamic move away. Okay, he just acted. These two have acted recently. Dynamic move away. So is he going to do a low crawl? I guess he is. Okay, we'll take and we'll give it to him. Low crawl. And leave it there. Actually, let me grab out that one chart to show you guys real quick where I'm getting dynamic movement. Okay. Here we go. There's a little solo movement chart right here. And it just gives you of what it is and what type of movement it's going to do, you know. no assault movement, no stealth movement. We use low crawl towards a player unit entering positive terrain modifier. It can move into clear terrain only if it's the only choice to move towards a player unit. So basically this gives you a nice summary of what's going to happen with enemy movement. So this is what I'm basically operating off of when I make choices like that. So I knew the guy's going to take and make a low crawl movement. If he's wanting to move away, he's not going to take and move out of line of sight of my guys to where he could do something, you know, keep the pressure on him. And he's not going to take and use movement that will open him up to fire for my guys. Like if he had used just a regular movement like into these trees or something like that, I could op fire on him. So obviously they're going to take and make the low crawl type stuff. They're trying to simulate it, you know, playing against an opponent as best that you can. And no system's going to be perfect. No system will ever take and really perfectly simulate having an opponent against you unless someone finally creates Skynet. But until that happens and the machines take over, you know, we're left with our little charts and our imaginations. So, all right, let's go with our next turn here. What the hell are we going to do? Where am I going to go? I think I'm just going to take and make my move and take my fire and hope that I survive. Alright, if I go... Is this guy... If I go there, the leader's not going to have a line of sight on me, so I can move. Since he's moved, now I can move across to here without being in line of sight. I'm going to have to take a turn of getting into these buildings and just taking the beating and hoping I survive it. That's all I'm going to be able to do because I have to get here to really start putting some hate down on these guys. And the turn that I do, let's see, the only other option I have is if I take and move up here, right? And I get my guys staged behind the buildings, right? Waiting. And if they're waiting behind the buildings, they could low crawl into the building the following turn, but that holds me up a whole other turn on getting in. So I say we go with no guts, no glory, race the MFers in and see what we can do. Because if I go 1, 2, I can get that guy to there. His assault movement is 6. I was thinking I could take and move this guy up a little bit and let him do an assault and fire onto those guys, but I can only get to there. Or if I go 1, 2, maybe 1, 2, I'd be getting close. It's like, where do I go? Where do I go? I want them to shoot up there, try to finish those guys off. I've still got this other squad here to take and move up. Maybe I'll just kind of tuck them in the building and have guys behind that will come racing out and fire around. I wish I could do it in kind of real life where you kind of poke your head around the building, shoot the bad guy, pull back. I don't think that's going to work. Not in this board game fashion. All right. Yeah, we're going to take our beating and we'll just see what happens. Okay. So, which squad is going to go first? This guy has... Okay, it was his group that was torn up the most. He's got an M60. This guy's got a better squad with a bazooka. And then that. Alright, so this is the... Neither one of them are horribly weak. Firepower here is going to be a 4. Plus bazooka. Firepower here would be 4, 5. With modifiers. Yeah. Okay. It's just like, where do I go? Yeah, let's just do it. If they kill me, they kill me. All right? No guts, no glory. We regroup in hell, all that good shit. So, we're going to go 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Right into there. Marked with a moved. Oh, God, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Oh, this is going to hurt. Y'all pay attention. This is all one shot here. Everything. So what happens is what happens. This is, oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. You know, someone here make the sign of the cross here. You know, so Gimpy's guys survive. All right. Yeah, that's my impulse. I'm done. I'm gonna take this other squad and race them up on the following turn, and they're gonna be taking fire from this squad, this weapon team, and this squad leader. And yeah, this guy as well. Oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Okay, let's do it. Let's see what they're gonna have here. Yes, they have somebody at range 2, fire at closest vehicle, move towards. I'm not going to give them the move towards. They're definitely not going to move towards at this, but they are obviously going to fire. So within range 2, they've got a firepower of 4. We're going to mark them as fired. They've got their RPD, inherent firepower, total firepower 4. And we know that the terrain modifier here is 3, so we can just hope that the bad guys roll badly. Alright, so let's see what happens as they fire on my guys. They didn't roll bad. Okay, that's a difference of 1, because they're getting an 8, I'm getting a 7. So, I've got 1 on the fire table here. As long as my leader does not get wounded and or shaken here, I can take in. Actually, I think he'll still have a leadership value if he's wounded. He wouldn't have one if he's shaken. So, got to do my leader first. You're going to take and go, where am I? Good order, single man counter. Okay, so first thing that's going to happen is going to shake him. So I really hope this guy doesn't get shaken. Only thing that can shake him though is a 6. So no 6. Watch this be a 6. I've been rolling 1s all the time when I needed 6s, and this is going to be a 6. Watch it. Damn it! Son of a bitch! Oh. I need a drink. I need a drink. Oh, I need a drink. I need a drink. There's someone who's out to get me. I swear to shit. Okay, my leader is now shaken. So, wah. Now, these guys do not get his leadership bonus, which they would be getting, which would take and reduce the chance of them becoming shaken. One number. Only one roll could possibly shake him. And of course, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so again, this guy's gonna shake on a 5 or 6. Let's see what happens. Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Okay, and the good part though is since he did not shake and that was a 1, I've got a potential hero creation, and I'm gonna take and roll to see if I get a hero. Hopefully I'll get a 2, 4, or 6 on this. Watch it, it's gonna be even, because I could really use the hero now to hopefully rally that guy later. And knocked everything around. 4, I'm gonna keep it because I need the hero. Let's see, this guy was here. Here. Damn, I knocked everything all around. Alright, hold up. I'm going to pause it while I fix that. Okay, we're back. Sorry, my dice went into the guys. I had to get them restacked up and reformed because everything got knocked around a little bit. But we did get a hero creation. We got Mr. Who is this? What the hell is his name? Terhune. I got him on screen there for you. And that guy, tell me he doesn't look like a Marine in that little picture. Vietnam era Marine. Now, since honestly, I don't want to keep track of it, that when you get a hero creation in a situation like this, you're supposed to randomly select a hero for him, and I'd have to go through and get all the hero, the skill, not hero thing, all the skill counters out, shuffle them up, put them in a cup, all that crap. I'm not going to deal with that right now, so I'm just going to throw the hero down. He's good to go, and leave it at that. I'm not going to worry about his potential skill that he could have. It would only make him better, so I'm only hindering myself by not worrying about it. But it is nice to have an extra hero on the board, just in case this guy doesn't rally the following turn. I'll have a hero there to help lead them, but it depends on if they survive into the next turn. Okay, so that guy fired, and we're going to take and move up with our next group. So Let's see here. We're gonna go here, and the good part is if they fire, if that machine gun fires, I can assault fire with that tank, so I can possibly take them out. All right, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 up into here. We've got a squad, half squad, a bazooka, and a leader, Sergeant Ash there. So on the good side, and this is what I was talking about earlier about using the card to make that decision, because if I had gone ahead and moved him off the bat, I could have been restricting the chance for me to take and move friendlies in there and kill him off, because in melee, if a guy is shaken, you move on to, and if an enemy is shaken, you move good order units on top of them. It automatically kills them. Can I get someone else? No. I was thinking it'd be great if I could get a friendly unit there, but I can't get a friendly unit there. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just too far, but I can get a friendly unit up to here and do an assault fire against them, and then move my others up as well to continue my assault of hate down on these guys. Let's see if I go 1, 2, he'd be 1, 2. If I could get these guys into that hex, I could fire potential. Oh, I want to take out their medic. I'll get that guy. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, it's their turn. We are good here, done with our movement. It's their turn. What are they going to do? Are they going to fire with their machine gun, or are they going to fire with their leader? It's saying fire onboard mortar. So that's what we're going to give them. They're going to fire their onboard mortar at some guys here. We'll just go after the closest ones. And that's going to be their leader is firing the onboard mortar. So he's going to get hit with an ops complete because these guys are spotted. Now, let's take and remember how the hell we do onboard mortars, because it has been so long since I've done that. All right. Can fire indirectly at the spotted hexes to which a leader or a scout has line of sight. They have spotted during their impulse. Calls in mortar fire. The firing mortar need not have a line of sight, but must be within range. Obviously, they're within range. It's 2 to 30 hexes, so it covers the whole board. Declare the target hex. Bam, that's the target hex. Mark the leader scout that called in the mortar with an ops complete. We already did that. And roll 2d6. Choose the higher of the die, add it to the mortar firepower, and resolve the attack. All right, the leadership modifier does not apply. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to roll 2d6. The higher of the 2 is going to get added to their inherent firepower of 2, and then hit this building, but I'll have my defensive modifier or target modifier of 3. So this could potentially be an 8 firepower attack hitting me, or it could be a 3 firepower power attack hitting me, just depending on how the dice roll goes. Watch, it's going to be more 6s. Okay, not horrible, not as bad as it could be. So it's 5 for them. They're having a total of 5 firepower against me. In the building, I got a target modifier of 3, so I can still come out of this okay if I roll well. Not that well. 5 plus that is 11 plus 3. Okay, it's a difference of 4. So I'm doing another roll on the fire table, the direct fire table here of 4. We'll start again with our leader. A shaken single man counter. He's probably going to get wounded here. 4 against his morale of 6. Oh, yes! No wounds! That's what I'm talking about. All right, we'll go for our squad first. And this is bad. They're probably going to get shook off of this one. All right. Yeah, they definitely shook. That is exactly double, but you got to meet that or beat it. Good order. Let's see, 4 plus that. Equal to or 2 times their morale. Shit. Casualties. All right. I got more casualties. That's not good. And take our shaken counter here. So it's our shaken half squad is now thrown there. Oh, I told you I was probably going to get lit the hell up on this one. And now our hero there is going to take and do his roll. 3, 4, 7, and that will hero wound him. Damn. So he's flipped over to wounded now. They have just crushed that hex. Oh, crush. Look at that. That is horrible. Well, at least that is fired now, so I don't have to worry about that the rest of this turn. See, that's what I was afraid of, that I would take and get up to here and I would just be beat down so bad that I wouldn't be able to take and mess them up afterwards. But we'll have to see what happens. Let's see. These guys can do the assault move. 1, 2, 3. I can get them to there and do the assault fire. So that's what we're going to do. Right there. Marines truck along up to the back of the building. And my total firepower is going to be... Let's see, that's 2, 3, 4, that's 5, 6, 7. All right, so firepower 7 minus 2. Sorry, it takes Gimpy a while to do math. Firepower of 7 minus 2 gives them a 5, minus 2 for the assault move. So they're firing with a 5 against the target modifier of 3. So let's see what we get here. Hopefully something good for us. Okay, yeah, that's good for us. 5, 10 against their 3. Difference is 5. Let me grab my chart here one more time. All right. With them already being shaken and that being a 5, they're at minimum going to take casualties. They're definitely taking casualties here. All right. Finally, something good for me. 6 against that's going to be... Yeah, it's just casualties because you can see the first 2 things here. Casualties. I would have to be equal to or 3 times their morale to get more than that. So, we'll throw that over there. And they only have one type of half unit counter they can throw down, so they've got some casualties as well. Throw that down. We'll go ahead and mark them as fired as well. I've just got counters all over. It looks like a war zone down here, doesn't it? All right. Okay. Sorry, I had to step away there for a sec to take care of a screaming child. All right. Let's draw another card for them, see what they're going to do. Nobody's close. They can still fire. Closest to a player unit, fire. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're both going to be firing, so we'll just go ahead and get the bunker unit out of the way. We'll work our way left to right. So, yeah, when the leader here called in that onboard artillery, he did not activate the other squad with him, so that other squad can still activate in a later impulse and conduct their fire. So, this machine gun has a firepower of 4. Good grief. And they're going to take and conduct fire on these guys and keep tearing them the hell up. So 4 against a 3. See what they get. Oh, nice! That gives me a 6 against their 5. Nice! No effect. How the hell did I get that? Oh, I thought they were done. I thought they were done because all I've got left there is a wounded hero, shaken half squad, shaken leader. Okay, they survived. Now we're on mine, firing on that guy with my tank here that did the assault move. So again, because the tank assault moved, I'm going to have a penalty, -2 to my firepower, +1 to the ordnance table. So he's going to be firing with 2-0 on his machine gun power instead of 4-2. So first one, 2 against the bunkers modifier of 2, I believe. Yeah, 2. So 2 against 2. Whoever rolls higher. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Difference of 4. And where's my chart? Let's see here. Multi-man counter. We're taking Roll it real quick here. Difference of 4. And their morale, I think, is probably 5 or 6. Yeah, 6. All right, come on. Come on. Do it, baby. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. 10. That's just going to shake them, though. So we'll take and flip them. Yep, they are now shook. They shook me all night long. Oh, yeah, like that. Okay, they're shook. Second one is going to be 2 for them, nothing for me. Yeah, they're no effect. And we'll fire the gun, the main gun, just to see. I'm going to have a +2, +1 on it. Yeah, +2, +1 on a 10. So I'm going to need a 7 or under to hit. And we'll go with 5. So we hit. And HE value of 4. 4 against bunker of 2. So not too bad. See what our difference is. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Difference of 4 again, rolling on the direct fire table. I cannot hit the damn dice tower to save my life. Okay, 4 against their morale 6. If I get a 3 or higher on this, they're killed. And that would really turn things around here. Yep, that's it. Other weapon team down. Alright, so we'll take this fire marker off. Go ahead and move it there. He's fired. And their turn. Okay, they've got 2 guys left who can fire. I think no one's going to be moving, so I'm just going to play out the last 2 sets of fire that's going to happen. They've got their leader here that can fire on this group. They've got their 1 squad there that can fire again on this group. And then I've got a squad there. So let's just take and play that out and see how it goes. First one here, firepower 4 against them. Target modifier 3. That one set that they've been tearing up. Oh, that's going to kill him. That's going to kill him. That's a 10 versus 3, difference of 5. 5. Ooh, okay, leader, you're probably dead here, buddy. Yeah, he's wounded. That's an 11. He's going to take a wound. So leader's now wounded. The squad is probably going to be killed because I think they've already taken casualties. 5, 8, yep. Squad's dead. Yeah, because it was a half squad. They're gone. And our hero here, he's going to be gone. 2, 7, shaken. Where am I at? Wounded, hero. Hit again. Yep, he's gone. Hero dead. So, that was nice while it lasted. I have a shaken leader. I have a shaken wounded leader left in that X. Yeah, I don't see this going too well for me. I mean, I've taken out a few of their units, but they're crushing mine, and I really need to have the advantage. I'm really anticipating that at the end of this match, there's going to be a few of their guys left, a few of my guys left around here, because there's only a few turns. Well, no, there's actually a good amount of the game left. All right, my other group. Are they going to take and move up and assault fire? They could take and try to make some real distance, but where would they go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, they could get to there, but then they'd just be lit the hell up. I would like to get them like into this building or this building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can get them there. Perfect. We'll take and go right to that building, and we'll kill off that shaken group. I wish I had seen that earlier. Okay. That shaken squad is taken care of. Mark these guys will have moved. That solves that problem. And, yep, last bit of fire for them because every other unit except for the medic has activated. And I don't want to take and move the medic up into lines of fire. They want to kind of keep him back So like this shaken squad can take and move into the medic for help. The other guys can fall back to them if they need to. So yep, just this one group here. He's going to be firing, let's see, firepower of 3. And then they have an RPG, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hexes away. They're going to need a 6 or under. They're going to need a 3 or under to take and hit with the RPG. So I don't see that one happening. We'll see. All right, firepower of 3 against target modifier of 3. Let's see if they miss. Hopefully they miss. Yeah, that's a miss. All right. And now the ordnance, and yeah, because they're getting their 2-hit roll is a 6 naturally, and then you add in the target modifier, which is 3, so that brings them down to 3 or under. And I don't think there's anything else that's modifying it. There's no degrading terrain or anything in between. So yeah, 3 or under for them to actually hit. So very unlikely. Yeah. Now the leadership modifier could have been used instead towards the ordnance. Oh wait, do they get to? Yeah, it actually does help with the ordnance as well. Yeah, it helps with ordnance and their firepower, I think. But it doesn't matter anyway. Moot point, they wouldn't have hit even with the leadership modifier. So they're marked as fired. And I think that's it. I think everyone has acted yet, because this guy fired as well. Let's see, fired. I'm low crawled. Wanted to make sure I don't miss one of my guys like I did last time. Fired. Shaken half, but can I get him up there? These guys move there. They move there. They move there. Just the medic left. Yep, that completes the turn. God, this was a brutal turn. There were just dead units everywhere on this one. Let's see, they lost their other weapon team. They lost a couple of squads, I think. And I'm down like 3 or 4 squads already. Yeah, I had pretty much a whole kill team wiped out in this turn. So I've got 1 kill team left here, 1 kill team left here, 1 kill team left here, and then the 2 tanks. So I still think I've got the advantage when you really think about it. The tanks are going to definitely help me out. But I've got to get this tank up into the fight. And now that this machine gun's down, the only RPG they have left is here, I'm thinking I'm pretty good. I can move the tank right up over here to where he has a line of sight all around to all the different units and kind of force them back with overwhelming firepower. Move this tank up as well to help take and put down some fire. If I can take out this group of leadership here, I'll be all right. But I do have to worry about the leaders calling in those onboard mortars, because you can see with the roll and how it works how painful that onboard mortar could be if you end up rolling a 6 for its firepower and then you're hitting for 8, because the way it would work is its firepower would be compared against the target modifier, so whatever terrain the tank was in, and its lowest armor value. Its lowest armor value is a 3. So it could be a really big difference and could end up destroying one of my tanks really quick. So I want to try to avoid that if I can. All right, but yeah, that's going to be it for this video. You guys make sure you enter the giveaway for your chance to win. And I will have some other stuff for you. Stay on the lookout. Little Gimpy's wife is going to take and do a funny one for you guys. And plus, we've got some more Blood Bowl for those of you who enjoyed that coming up here soon. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.